with the Detroit Lions. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Trubisky will throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Bring it up. 180. 3 bucks.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They cannot block us.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Caught on the right side by Jones. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready? Blue 60. Here we go. Here we go. Number tight. Number tight. Number tight. 4 down. Hey. Hey, watch 11. Watch 11. Deuce.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move.
Guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. Know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Ran, talk. Mike 42, Mike 42.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robert. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Caught by Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 50.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Watch the eye.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears' 45-yard line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Set, lady. Mike 58, right there. Let's get the ball.
From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
22! Weapons.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Prater. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Trey Flowers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Agnew now to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will take over.
First and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Stafford now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Looking deep for Gabriel. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Taylor Gabriel. Darius Slay on the coverage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Results in a 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, here's Agnew. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
John Brown set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
18 on the play. And the Lions first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. That's caught by Meredith right side. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Cameron Meredith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
Now Montgomery. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 29, Trubisky. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack on first down, Stafford, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Trubisky to the right side, complete to Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go! 180! Okay, double it, double it, double it, double it. Check 52.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march up another 15 against your squad.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
You're not ready.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
30-yard line.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Let's go. Hey, ball.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. From the end zone, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Monday.
Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And James has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Middle. He's crashing. He's New York Horford. Drill right, 22.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
White. 58
To throw again. Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
180.
Stafford now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now it's Stafford. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Come on, 180. Pick up the ball. Hey, alert. My 40. Be a long day for you.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Tight is right. You got 3 down.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Set. 280. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by